What if I told you that the reason your marketing isn't working has nothing to do with your offer, your ads, or even your pricing? After helping thousands of business owners with their messaging, I've discovered that 93% of them are making the exact same mistake. And the craziest part? There's now an AI prompt that can fix it in under 5 minutes. And this one fix has been shown to increase lead generation and overall revenue by as much as 125%. So in this video, I'm going to show you why even successful businesses are losing sales because of this one messaging mistake, the exact AI prompt I use to uncover the phrases that make prospects feel like you're reading their minds, and where to strategically place these magic words across your marketing to dramatically increase how many leads turn into sales. But before I tell you about the messaging mistake, you need to understand why this pattern kept showing up everywhere I looked. I discovered this truth in the most revealing way possible by watching talented business owner after business owner run into the same wall. These weren't struggling entrepreneurs, mind you. They had phenomenal services, steady website traffic, and all the pieces that should add up to success. But something crucial was missing, and it was costing them big time. Take Salomi, for instance. For years, she'd been successfully selling her Facebook ads course, helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses. And the course was profitable, but something felt off. She knew that she could be reaching more people, yet sales weren't scaling the way she'd expected. Then she discovered something that changed everything. So while she'd been busy talking about building email lists and Facebook ad strategies, her actual customers were saying completely different things. They were using phrases like, "I'm tired of posting and getting crickets," and "I just want to be seen by more people online." Nobody was going to bed at night thinking, "I need to build my email list," but they were lying awake wondering why their posts weren't getting any engagement. And the moment that Salomi changed her website to match these exact phrases, everything changed for the better. So her sales started climbing, her audience grew faster, and most importantly, her marketing just felt easier. But here's what's interesting about Salomi's story. She didn't find these magic phrases through expensive market research or complicated customer surveys. She used AI to analyze patterns in how her ideal clients were already talking about their problems online. But before I show you the exact AI prompt that uncovers all these phrases, you need to understand why most businesses get their messaging so wrong in the first place. Here's something I see all the time. So a business owner spends hours creating the perfect website copy. They've got their unique value proposition. They've highlighted all their best features. They might even have some pretty impressive stats about their results. But when prospects land on their site, nothing really happens. And I used to think this was a traffic problem or maybe a design issue. But after working with hundreds of service businesses, I've spotted a pattern that shows up almost every time. Let me show you what I mean. So pull up your website right now and look at your homepage. Okay, so now count how many times you use any kind of industry jargon or technical terms that you'd never use in a normal conversation. Things like streamline solutions or optimize your workflow or leverage your expertise. If you're being honest with yourself, I bet you found at least a few, but don't worry about it. We all do it. We spend so much time in our industry that we kind of forget how to talk like normal humans when we talk about it. We get caught up in trying to sound professional or, prove our expertise. But here's the thing. Your ideal clients aren't searching for a streamlined solution, right? They're lying in bed at night thinking, "I'm drowning in admin work," or "I can't keep track of all these moving pieces." Remember Salomi, she was talking about Facebook ad strategies and list building because that's what she knew her course would help people achieve. But her ideal clients weren't thinking in those terms. They were thinking, "I just want more people to see my posts, and I'm tired of working this hard for zero engagement." Now you might be thinking, okay, I get it. I need to use my customers' words. But do I have to actually do surveys and interviews? You can do that. But here's the problem with traditional research methods. They're kind of like asking someone what they had for breakfast last Tuesday, right? They might tell you, "Oh, I probably had some yogurt and fruit with it," when in reality, They grabbed a breakfast burrito from that food truck down the street, right? When we formally ask people about their problems or what they want, they tend to give us the answers that they think we want to hear. Or worse, they try to sound more professional than they actually are in real life. I learned this the hard way. So a few years ago, I was helping a client who offered mindset coaching, and he did all the right things, customer surveys, one-on-one interviews, all of that. And you know what people said they wanted from him? To develop a growth mindset and overcome limiting beliefs. I know, right? But when we looked at their actual messages, DMs, and comments on social media, they were really saying things more like, I'm tired of second guessing every decision I make, and I just want to feel confident enough to raise my prices. Same problem, totally different words. And that's not even the biggest issue with traditional research. The real problem is time. Let's be real. As a service business owner, you're already wearing about 17 different hats. You don't have time to do extensive interviews or wade through pages of survey responses. And even if you did have the time, you would probably miss the patterns because our brains are wired to notice what confirms what we already believe. So when we read through customer feedback, we tend to, zero in on the comments that match our existing assumptions and just skip right over all the gold nuggets that could really transform our marketing. This is exactly where AI has changed the game. Instead of spending weeks trying to gather up and analyze customer feedback, you can now uncover all these patterns in just a couple minutes. And not just any patterns, right? The exact phrases that your ideal clients are already using when they talk about their problems. Let me show you how this works. This is what's changed everything for me, and what I'm about to show you is probably the most powerful 5-minute marketing exercise you'll ever do. I've seen this completely transform how my students talk about their businesses, and the best part is you only need one simple prompt to make it all work. And no, this one does not use ChatGPT. It uses a free AI tool called perplexity.ai. So what makes that so powerful is it can visit up to 20 different review sites and forums all at once, read through all the conversations happening there, and then piece together the patterns in how people are talking about their problems and their dream scenarios. So let me walk you through it using a real example. Let's say you're a business coach, right? These guys tend to really struggle with how to talk about themselves in their marketing. So instead of spending weeks digging through customer feedback or, let's face it, more likely trying to guess what your ideal clients want, you're gonna open up perplexity.ai and make sure you turn on pro mode with this little toggle here, then paste in this exact prompt. I want you to scour real review sites to find the exact words business owners use when talking about their struggles with growing their business. Research on real review sites only and look for common patterns or repeat ideas that come up over and over again. Give me at least 5 messaging points in each of these categories. Problem/pain points, what they've tried that didn't work, what their dream outcome looks like. And that's it. That's the whole prompt, except you would obviously fill in the details of your own ideal client to make it work for your business. Now, watch what happens when we run this. It's looking through real websites in real time, and it's finding real things that people are saying. So what it gives you is, instead of generic phrases like scale your business or optimize your systems, we're getting real emotional language that business owners actually use. And these are gold because they're the actual phrases keeping your ideal clients up at night. This is how they talk when they're, venting to their friends or they're typing those frustrated reviews online. But now that you have the actual words that your clients use, this is where the magic happens. Now you're gonna take these phrases and start weaving them into your marketing. And I'm gonna show you exactly where to put them for maximum impact. So let's just start off with your website. Instead of just dumping these phrases randomly across your site, we wanna be a little more strategic about it. So your homepage headline, this is where you wanna use one of those big emotional pain points that you discovered. For instance, if you're a business coach and your research showed that people are saying, I feel like I'm drowning in admin work, That's your headline right there. Not streamline your business operations, literally say, stop drowning in admin work. Next up, we have your social media posts. So this is where those, what they've tried type phrases become pure gold, because when someone's scrolling through Instagram and they see you talking about how they've tried every productivity app, but nothing sticks, they're gonna stop dead in their tracks. Why? Because you just described their exact situation back to them. And here's what I love about this approach, because you're not trying to be clever or creative. You're literally just reflecting back what your ideal clients are already thinking. And email subject lines are another perfect place for these phrases. Instead of 5 tips to scale your business, you could write, feel like you're constantly putting out fires? See the difference? One sounds like marketing, the other sounds like it's reading your mind. But here's where most people mess up, right? They use these phrases once and then they go right back to their old way of writing. Don't do that. These phrases should become your new marketing language. Use them consistently across everything, your about page, your service descriptions, your ads, all that stuff. Remember Salomi, right? When she switched from talking about building your email list with Facebook ads to using phrases like, find people who can't wait to pay you, her entire business shifted. Her audience didn't just grow, they were more engaged, they stuck around longer, and most importantly, they bought more. The beauty of this approach is that you never have to guess what to say again. Your ideal clients are literally giving you a script. All you have to do is use it. Now, before you run off to try this prompt, there are some pretty massive marketing lies floating around right now that could completely derail everything we just talked about. So I see smart business owners fall for these every single day, and they're absolutely crushing their results. So in this video, I'm breaking down exactly what these lies are and how to protect yourself from them. So click here to watch, because trust me, this voice of customer strategy only works if you're not making any of these fundamental mistakes. So click here, and I'm going to show you exactly what you want to avoid.